What happens when sexy Isa Gonzalez wakes up on a different planet with most of her crew utterly slaughtered and she doesn't know what's happening? She's hallucinating. She's hallucinating that other people did it. She's even hallucinating that maybe she did it. But the truth is nowhere to be found until she and Jesse Pinkman himself try to figure out the true mystery that's on board the ship. Why was everyone killed? And it might have something to do with an alien parasite, one of the worst and scariest in film history. I talk about a lot of alien parasites, okay? But the one in Ash is close to taking the cake. Not quite there, but it's very, very close to taking the cake. This movie is basically made by Shudder and Amazon Prime and MGM. They're kind of crossing over together to create this, and I love that. And you can tell this is a Shudder film too by the ending of the film. Now this movie is basically Oat Studios' Zygote combined with The Autopsy from Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. It's literally that, with a very similar alien parasite, okay? Of all the alien parasites, let's go through the main ones that scare the shit out of people, right? You got the face huggers in the alien films that give birth to xenomorphs. The creature from Sputnik, which is kind of more of a symbiote, but it also is a parasite. It goes inside your stomach. It lays there, feeding off of your fear chemicals. We got the creature from Slither that just infects the shit out of everybody, and you can add the Thing alien as well in this category. And then you have the ones that really want inside you and speak to you from within your brain. The malicious, almost sadistic ones, like the one from The Autopsy. This alien's fucked. They just slither in, these tentacle creatures slither in to an orifice of your body and control you like a meat puppet. That's what you get in the movie Ash. You see, Earth is dying, so a space group was sent here to basically terraform a planet, to find some kind of terraforming technology on this planet too, and they do. They find an alien technology that's able to terraform atmospheres. The problem is this alien technology is very dangerous, and the crew gets fucked over by it because they brought something back to their space station while going out and discovering this terraforming agent. You see, they bring back an alien spore-like invertebrate that latches onto their computer systems from the inside and starts infesting the entire station without them knowing it. And then, because for some odd reason they feel the need to fuck with it, they try to figure out what's in this, hoping maybe they can use it somehow, this disgusting looking infestation spore. And from that spore comes an alien parasite. An alien parasite that probably latched itself on to various different life forms in the planet. And once they fuck with this parasite, it starts going and hopping inside the crew, through their mouths, through the ears, controlling them and making them all killers, turning them all psychopathic, trying to kill every person in the crew until most of them are dead. Because this alien wants this planet for itself. It's seen through the memories of humanity just by going into them, and it just sees how ineffectual they are. The fact that they almost destroyed their own fucking planet. The key abilities of this, and you've probably seen this before in aliens like The Thing. Host assimilation, hive mind intelligence, psychological manipulation, physical resilience. You've seen this shit, right? Now, yes, The Thing, it has a more efficient way of spreading it. It can assimilate you on touch, whereas this thing, it needs to hop in and out of you. But what makes this scary is something that happens towards the end of the film, okay? You see, when it wants to go on the complete offensive and destroy everything, it'll go inside a host, and usually for the most part the hosts seem human. They just have smiling, crazy faces and blood dripping out of them. But then when it tries to go full-on hostile, it'll turn them into a tentacle monster. Pretty much. And that tentacle monster can only be beaten pretty much by fire. And in the film, Isa's able to get away. And so I'm going to have spoilers here. We're going to do spoiler alert for just the ending. In the film, Isa Gonzalez pretty much almost gets away. She burns this thing down, and similar to The Thing, it has a weakness to fire. She burns this creature down, and she thinks she's won. Now, the only problem is these parasites have infested damn near everything, and the audience doesn't know it until the final shot of the film. And there's a big twist in the film where Isa Gonzalez has pretty much been infected by the parasite the entire time, and she sees all the memories of what happened to her crew. And that leads us into the final question. This creature might be parasitic, but it might also be symbiotic at the same time. You see, the alien creature hops into each crew member trying to kill everyone, but it leaves one. Because in its mind, human beings are inefficient by themselves. But it wants one. Why? So it can evolve with it. So it can spread its influence faster by evolving with the human being and turning it into something else. When it's inside Isa Gonzalez's mind, as a parasite in her brain talking to her, it tells her it can do things to her, it can make her something else. It can make her see things that she can't even comprehend. It can turn her into a completely different form of being altogether. So this is how the symbiosis would work. Our biology is rewritten and we become something beyond, while it's able to spread its influence across galaxies through us. Before any of this can happen, Isa Gonzalez uses a surgery tool to remove it from her brain, and the parasite goes into another body and tries to attack her, and then she kills it, right? But I always wondered, what the hell would have occurred if it did transform us and evolve with us? It would have created some kind of hybrid apex organism that we can't even comprehend. All right, here's what I think. Logically, just going logically off this, physiology-wise, it would be rewritten, where our durability, regeneration, and sensory perception would be enhanced completely. Limbs might be adaptable weapons, like tentacles. It would be some prototype shit. Our body could shift forms. We could maybe shapeshift, transform into an even more terrifying version of ourselves. And then we have cognitive expansion. We'd become a hive mind avatar. We wouldn't be just a soldier. We could access the memories of all assimilated beings and see every being we can see the memories of all life that this creature is so far assimilated throughout the universe. We'd have extensive knowledge. We might become a demonic version of the Star Child from 2001 Space Odyssey. Does anyone remember that? You remember at the end when that astronaut passes through the Stargate and his complete mind is warped and he transforms to another state of being, into a being that pretty much is one of the new rulers of the galaxy, essentially, evolution gone cosmic, essentially. I believe that a demonic, Lovecraftian version of this is what would have occurred if we had evolved with this parasitic creature. Think about it. It's been on this planet for a long time. It's laid claim to this planet, but see, it leaves one human alive because it knows it's been inside us and it knows what it can do with us. It can transform us into something else. There's dire potential there. It's terrifying, but also pretty interesting at the same time. I think Ash as a movie, it's got some flaws, don't get me wrong. I like the second half much more than the first half. The first half, it takes a while to get going, and there's a lot of heavily reliance on psychological visions and all the shit and strobe lights and all that. And the characters aren't too developed, but I will say it's got a pretty cool alien creature, and Isa Gonzalez's performance, I think this is probably the best performance of her career. I've always thought that she's a very limited actress, like in terms of her range. I always thought she was kind of just coasting on her looks. Everything I'd seen her in, I wasn't really too impressed by her, but she's pretty good in this. I gotta say, when you're acting alongside Jesse Pinkman himself and you're holding your own, I gotta give you credit, because I hold that man and his acting skill in high regard. All right, and Iko Uwais, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but if Raid fans know who this dude is, this guy's a martial arts legend. He's in this movie too, and he's got some pretty interesting, funny action scenes as well. I appreciate him being in this movie. I wish this guy got more roles in big-time movies, to be honest. If you want to know my thoughts on another parasitic creature that is exactly like this, I mentioned him in this video, the alien from the autopsy, you can watch this video over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.